On first down, gone. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Off play action. Here's Goff. Finding some room at midfield. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Gone. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now gone. And this is going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here That sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A give to Howard. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Now the extra point. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. Now it's Goff. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Play action. It's gone. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. 3rd down here.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Value 3.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Super 66.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra, that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. They'll try the air now with Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Value 1.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. 10. 5. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, Warner. Able to find Shaheen here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Goff on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Start left here.
On first down, it's gone. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilkins. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Gone! Detroit!
Now a first down throw, Warner. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll go down at the 28. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
We got three, fellas. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun, here's Warner. And his throw is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Warner from the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go for a big play now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Wilson snags it left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Gun.
From the gun, Warner. Escaping the pressure right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Cut.
A final shot before break. Warner eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll start with a give to Cohen. Twisting away. He finds an opening past the 40. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out. Come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. He's at the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Adam Shaheen, 77 yards. And the Bears add on. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, They had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They come out here in the I. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bears continue to pour it on. No problem there on the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They go play action here on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll look to throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's got it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, a 16-yard touchdown. And it's for pride now, but the Rams do get a bit closer. Point after try forthcoming. Point after, right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Forced out to his left. Oh, some strong running. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They're going to look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Flex Brown! Flex Brown!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken around the 12. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bears take over. Onto the field now come the Bears. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But you know, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
No, check. Patriot!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Justin Houston able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Watch it now, Barney!
On 3rd down. That's Cohen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 34 yards there and a first down.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
That one goes for 24 yards. Now a toss play. It's Breida. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
This is Breida. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now a timeout coming in here defensively, as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
Watch it now, Barney!
They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Try to punch it in with Howard. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Flex round!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.